in wake of the Game 2 defeat at the hands of the Lakers was Dillon Brooks embracing the villainous role, saying,
first quarter, second quarter, and a little bit to start the fourth, they were the tougher team. When we turned that dial, we were able to get our physicality in the game and then play to our identity.
Dillon Brooks and SGA just redefined what it means to fight in the NBA. In a game-changing moment, these two stars got tangled up so bad, everyone thought fists were about to fly. The crowd was on edge, teammates were rushing in, and then...
I saw Wiggs stumbling a little bit, so I thought Lou was able to make a play. He did so, challenged the shot, and I just wanted to be there to rebound just in case.
Till they hang 40 on me. Here's what the residual looked like just a few moments ago during pre-game warm-ups.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much.
It means a lot. I still cherish it to this day. But, we got another mission on hand, just to, medal.
Now back to the video. Laughter erupted. Yes, you heard that right. In the middle of what looked like the start of a brawl, Brooks and SGA couldn't stop giggling. What could possibly be so funny during such an intense moment? Stick around, because we're about to reveal the unexpected twist that had everyone talking. Picture this: Dillon Brooks and gilgeous-alexander, two guys who've been at each other's throats on the court for years. Brooks is that player everyone loves to hate. He's the master of getting under people's skin, always finding a way to push buttons and stir up trouble. On the other side, you've got SGA, cool as a cucumber. He's not about the drama. He just lets his insane skills do all the talking. But here's where things get wild. These two aren't just NBA rivals anymore.
From what I eat, to when I sleep, to my recovery, to my loved ones, everything's consistent. Dogfight. They won at a high level for so long for a reason. No matter who's out there, no matter who's not playing, they play the right way.
Nope, they're suiting up together for Team Canada. Can you even imagine that first practice? The tension in that gym must have been thicker than peanut butter. So Brooks shows up, ready to do his thing. He's probably thinking, I'm gonna mess with SGA just like always. But guess what? SGA's not having any of it.
I thought that conversation between them was a whole lot about nothing, but
big plays late. What did you see from your team?
Yeah, it was a hard-nosed game. That team brings a physicality every night.
He's seen all of Brooks' tricks before, and he's not about to let them get to him now. The coaches are watching this unfold, holding their breath. They're probably thinking, oh man, is this whole Team Canada thing gonna blow up in our faces? It's like watching a ticking time bomb, just waiting for it to go off. But then something crazy happens. Instead of butting heads, Brooks and SGA start clicking. Yeah, you heard that right. These two former enemies are suddenly pushing each other to be better. It's like they took all that competitive energy and turned it into rocket fuel for their game.
I'll be ready to play. Team Canada will be ready to play, and we're gonna go balls to the wall. And
by the time the Olympics roll around, you won't even believe what's happened. Brooks and SGA aren't just teammates anymore. They're straight up friends. They're cracking jokes, hanging out off the court, the whole 9 yards. It's like watching your cat and dog suddenly decide to be best buddies. This whole situation is nuts, right? Two guys who used to want to destroy each other on the court are now thick as thieves. It just goes to show you never know what can happen when you put aside your differences and work together.
Don't get too far, we stay within the day by day. And then at the end of it all, see the outcome.
And let me tell you, what happened next in that Rockets-Thunder game? You're not gonna believe it. Remember how Brooks and SGA became buddies on Team Canada? Well, that friendship was about to be put to the ultimate test. Imagine a play so intense, so physical, that it could have easily turned ugly.
It's high-level basketball. Game of runs, games of ups and downs. We obviously got to a really good start, which propelled us to the W. We had our bruiser back. He was back. He made big plays, and we got a W tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Congrats.
But what happened next? That's where things get really interesting. Fast forward to that Rockets-Thunder game. The score's tied, and the crowd's going absolutely wild. It's like the whole arena's about to explode. And right in the middle of all this craziness, Brooks and SGA end up tangled on the floor like a couple of pretzels. Everyone's thinking, oh boy, here we go again with Brooks. You know how he is, always stirring up trouble. The other players come rushing in like it's Black Friday at the mall. Refs are blowing their whistles like crazy. It's total chaos out there. You'd think World War III was about to break out on the court. But then something weird happens. You hear this sound that doesn't fit at all. Is that laughter? Yep, you're not hearing things. Brooks and SGA are down there on the floor, cracking up like they're watching the funniest movie ever.
Season.
I'm okay. I got a lot of room to improve, but it's a long season. I'll get better.
You're just so consistent, like the tide, night in and night out.
My whole life is consistent. Everything I do.
They're having the time of their lives while everyone else is losing their minds. It's like they've got their own private joke in the middle of this madness. See, that's what's so crazy about this whole thing.
Wanted to play. So, I'm happy that they're playing because, we get to test our talents against theirs. And, it should be a fun one.
Their time as teammates on Team Canada totally flipped the script on their rivalry. What used to be all about trying to crush each other has turned into this weird, friendly competition. It's like they're play fighting instead of actually trying to take each other out. The other players are standing there looking confused as heck. The fans don't know what to think. Half of them are probably wondering if they accidentally walked into a comedy show instead of a basketball game. But for Brooks and SGA, this is just another day at the office. Except now, they're both in on the joke together. You know what's even crazier? This whole scuffle led to a jump ball, which Brooks won against SGA. And get this, that moment was huge for the Rockets. Brooks sank a go-ahead jumper right after, helping the Rockets snatch the win 119-116. Talk about turning a wild moment into a game changer. So, Brooks and SGA just showed us something pretty wild.
And it's a routine for me at this point.
You guys got so much toughness across the board. These guys, of course, big plays late.
On the patio, are you deep frying a bird? What does it look like for you?
I'm doing all the eating. I'm not putting in no work, just eating.
They proved that you can be fierce competitors and still be buddies. It's like they're playing chess and having a pillow fight at the same time. Crazy, right? Next time you're watching a game and see players getting all tangled up, don't jump to conclusions. There might be a whole backstory you don't know about. Maybe those guys arguing on the court are actually texting each other memes after the game. You know what's even crazier? This kind of thing could happen more often.
The journey comes to Vegas, play US, and then we go to France, and we continue the journey there and play a couple exhibition games, and then
Imagine the next big NBA rivalry everyone's talking about. Those two players going at it game after game. But plot twist, they end up becoming best friends. It's like the basketball version of a romantic comedy, minus the romantic part. Who knows? The NBA might just turn into one big friend group at this rate.